Hello, and welcome to Essential Cashier Training. Think of this as your masterclass in the art of the transaction. Over the next few minutes, we'll give you the foundational skills to manage what we call your command center, your cashier station, with absolute confidence and precision. As you can see from this image of a clean, modern station, our goal is to move beyond just handling money and truly master the craft of creating a great final customer impression. Your role as a cashier is absolutely critical to our business, and it's a dual role. As the icons on the screen suggest, you are both a guardian of our financial integrity, represented by the shield, and the director of the final, lasting customer impression, represented by the handshake. This lesson provides the essential groundwork for flawless transaction processing, and mastering these fundamentals is the key to your professional success here. By the end of this lesson, you will have mastered several key skills. As our icons show, you'll be able to explain that dual role we just mentioned. You'll identify the core functions of your POS system and the key payment methods. You will be able to execute the fundamental steps of transaction processing, apply principles for accurate cash handling, and finally, master the professional, counting up, method for giving change. Before we touch a single key, we need to talk about mindset. Your mindset is the absolute foundation of your success. As this diagram illustrates, the professional cashier mindset is built on three core pillars: precision in your work, unwavering honesty, and a genuine, service-oriented attitude. Remember, you are often the final handshake in the customer's journey with us, and that all starts with your professional approach. Never underestimate the power of the final impression. A warm, efficient checkout experience, like the one you see on the left, solidifies a great visit and makes a customer want to return. On the other hand, a single negative interaction at the till, as you see on the right, can completely overshadow an otherwise positive experience. Your performance in these final moments directly shapes our business's reputation. Now, let's get familiar with your command center, the point of sale, or POS, system. This is your primary tool. As the diagram on the screen shows, it's the central hub where you'll enter orders, apply discounts, and process all payments. Becoming fluent and confident with the POS is absolutely essential for accurate and efficient transaction processing. We'll focus on the key areas you see labeled here. A core skill for any professional cashier is becoming fluent in all the ways a customer can pay. As this grid of icons shows, you will be responsible for confidently managing four primary payment methods: traditional cash, credit and debit cards, modern mobile and contactless payments from phones or watches, and finally, our own company gift cards. We'll touch on the specifics of each. When handling cash, the till is your domain. It is your direct responsibility and must be kept secure at all times. As you can see in this photo of a perfectly organized till, keeping your notes and coins arranged by denomination is the secret to speed and accuracy. And the number one rule of professional cash handling is to never, ever leave the cash drawer open or unattended. Card payments are the most common type of transaction you'll handle. The key here is to follow the prompts on the card reader precisely. As the icons illustrate, this will involve one of three actions: a traditional swipe for the magnetic stripe, a dip for the more secure chip, or a simple tap for contactless cards. Always remember to provide the customer with their copy of the receipt once the transaction is approved. Mobile and contactless payments are becoming more and more popular because they are fast and secure. This includes payments from smartphones, like Apple Pay, or smartwatches. As you can see in the image, the process is simple. The customer just holds their device near the card reader, just like a tap transaction. This is often the quickest and smoothest way to complete a payment. Every transaction you perform should follow a clear, predictable sequence. We call this the choreography of a transaction because when it's done well, it's smooth, professional, and efficient. As this flowchart shows, there are four essential steps of service, from the initial greeting to processing the payment. Mastering this flow builds customer trust and makes you a more effective cashier. Let's break down the first two steps. Step 1, represented by the speech bubble, is to greet the customer. A simple, warm, and friendly, "Hello, how are you today?" sets a positive tone for the entire interaction. Step 2 is order entry. This is where you listen carefully and accurately enter all items into the POS system. Always double-check the screen before moving on. Now for the final two steps. Step 3, as the price tag icon suggests, is to clearly state the total. Saying the amount out loud confirms the order with the customer and prevents any misunderstandings. Step 4 is to process the payment. This is where you'll use your cash handling or card processing skills, handling the customer's chosen payment method with focus and precision. This next skill is one of the most important professional habits you will learn for cash handling. The counting up method guarantees you provide the correct change every single time. As the graphic illustrates, instead of doing subtraction in your head, you start from the bill's total and physically count up with coins and notes until you reach the amount the customer gave you. It builds immense trust because the customer can see and hear you being accurate. Let's walk through this together. The bill is 165 Rand, and the customer pays a 200 Rand note. You start with the bill total, saying 165 Rand. Then, you add coins to get to a round number, saying 170, as you hand them 5 Rand. Finally, you add notes to reach the 200 Rand, saying 180, 200, as you hand them a 10 and 20 Rand notes. You've accurately given 35 Rand in change, and the customer is confident in the process. Okay, let's pause for a moment of reflection. As the question mark on the screen asks, I want you to think about a recent checkout experience you had as a customer. Was it good or bad? What specific things did that cashier do that made you feel that way? How did their performance affect your final impression of that business? Take a moment to think, and then be prepared to share one key observation. Alright, it's time to put your new cash handling skills to the test. On the screen, you'll see 3 different scenarios laid out like a worksheet. For each one, I want you to use the counting up method we just learned to determine the correct change. Take a few minutes to work through these challenges. This is how we build muscle memory for accuracy. Let's summarize what we've accomplished. As this checklist shows, you now understand the critical professional cashier mindset. You can identify the tools in your command center and the key payment methods you'll be using. You have learned the core steps for accurate transaction processing, and you have practiced the professional counting up method for cash handling. You've built a fantastic foundation. If you remember nothing else from today, remember these 3 things. First, as the star shows, you are the final impression. Second, as the gear suggests, master your tools for efficiency. And third, represented by the scale, precision and integrity are non-negotiable in everything you do. These 3 principles are the core of being a professional cashier. You have now established a solid foundation in your cashier training. As this image of the building blocks suggests, the skills you learned today are the essential base for everything that comes next. In our upcoming lessons, we will build on this foundation by exploring advanced customer service, how to handle complex or difficult scenarios, and strategies for managing the pressure of a busy rush. It's time for a quick knowledge check to confirm your understanding of these key concepts. This will be a short, 3-question quiz. The goal here is simply to check your grasp of the foundational skills we've covered today. Please read each question carefully before selecting your answer. Let's begin with question 1, which is about our core philosophy. Which of the following options best describes the cashier's dual role as we've discussed it today? Is it A, B, C, or D? Question 2 is about your tools. A customer wishes to pay by tapping their smartphone on the card reader, as you see in the small icon. What is this specific payment method called? Please select the best answer. And our final question is about your skills. Your customer's bill is 35 Rand, and they hand you a 50 Rand note. Using the counting up method, what is the correct change you should give back? Take a moment to calculate and choose the correct option. And with that, you've done it. Congratulations! You now have the complete foundation, the compass, the toolkit, the playbook, and the action plan to build, launch, and grow your skills in essential cashier training, mastering your command center. On behalf of all of us at Learn Your Skills, thank you for your hard work. We're excited to see what you build. For more resources, visit us at www.learnyourskills.com.